injustice, this system full of racism.
Yeah! And one thing I look at and I see between all of us, we are all united here right now about the fact that we the people are the people that put them in place.
Hold on. Let's get back at the table. Why not just go start your own league?
I don't even know where to begin when it comes to guys like Donald Trump. I mean, he walks around with this hat. Would it, make America great again? So America's not great right now? I mean, I can agree that it ain't great right now, but, you know, when was America great? That's what I need to know. Like, what is that hat saying? When was America great? When the blacks were enslaved? I mean, when is this time where America was awesome and great? And this whole thing about immigrants, and he says so much outlandish shit. I don't understand how he's given a platform. But then I have to sit back and I have to think, well, this media we have no longer is about news, worthy news. It's about ratings. I know this. Because if it's controversial, if people react, and if the figure is a big enough personality to where he's saying enough stuff that's potent to move up the ratings, they're going to let him have his spin. He ain't said nothing too much to disrespect those in power, so they're going to let him go. They're going to let him fly. Now, he's been doing a lot of attack on our Mexican brothers and sisters, but I wonder when he's going to say that wrong thing about blacks and how we going to react. When he says that wrong thing about black America, how we going to react? How you African brothers and sisters, what y'all going to do? Matter of fact, how you elitist, what y'all going to do? Because you guys is all sleeping in bed with him. I know blacks ain't stopped going to the Trump Towers or doing business with him because he is a business guy. This guy is very disrespectful. I mean, it almost reminds me of if I was in the times when Hitler was around. Like this is a mild Hitler right in front of our eyes. But people might say, oh, that's being, oh, no. Listen, we weren't back then. We heard some of the things in certain videos, but we don't know how it all started. How Hitler emerged to be this radical fanatic, starving for hunger and power. Now we have Donald Trump right in front of our eyes, and no one is saying anything about anything and just allowing him to say whatever he wants to say. Why? Because it's ratings. And that should let you know how our America feels about what the people have done to create this country and how there's this white privilege in most white America. I ain't going to say all, but I'm going to say most white America that really honestly believes that they did everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really their country. No, it just was not your country. And to be honest with you, this great, great America, shoot, from what I know, England still owns us. So ain't nobody can do anything too much unless the king and queen says so. Do your history. Do your homework. We're being fed a lie and being fed these untruths that America got all these values. But if America had all these values and when they scream out, all lives matter, not just black lives matter, well, why isn't there universal health care? Why are prisons, there's private prisons all over this country? Why are there people homeless in this great America? Why are we pushing out immigrants that created this great country? It doesn't make any sense to me. But yet and still, they're going to give this crazy man a platform, and they're going to let him say whatever, however, whenever, and it can affect many people and bother many people, but as long as he is helping up with the ratings, they're going to let this shit play out. And that is corny. That's crazy. That's why you can't even believe the media. You can't even really take the media seriously because they should have been shut this dude down. Anybody else saying this crazy shit, they're going to get shut down. But this guy, because he got the money, show me the money, baby, he is given a pass. Oh, my God. He's got the ratings up. Let him go. And America embraces him. And I can't even knock Donald Trump, because he speaks for America. He speaks for a majority of that 1%. And he speaks for a lot of the rural Americans who believe that this country is better all white. They really believe all that. But yet and still, we know the biggest thieves of America have been the white ancestors. And I'm not trying to give no white person bad news, but that's just the truth. You do your history. Not that glossed over history that they give, that they try to make you believe that Christopher Columbus came and sat down with the Indians, had supper, and there was some crazy Indians that tried to kill everyone, so they had to commit genocide. No, the real history. Everything that has been done has been stripped, it's been taken violently. And now you have this man, Donald Trump, speaking hate, but giving the platform to speak his hate because the ratings are getting pushed. And honestly, if this guy became president, I'm getting the fuck out of this country. Straight up. Straight up. But I really know that this is just a game that they playing. He's not going to get close. He'll get close, though. But he's not going to get close enough. But it's because it's a rating push. It's a fear factor. It's to keep us focused on Trump and not all the other things that are going on. It's the media, again, manipulating us, the people. You need to stop paying attention to that news. I'm only talking about it one time because I had to air it out. I had to say it. And I'm hoping to goodness that some black actor, athlete, politician, and the reason why I say them because they have the money. They have somewhat of power, well, some power they think they have, to say these things and come back. You know what we need? We need somebody that has Donald Trump's bankroll, who is a powerful black person, to make him feel the wrath of what the people in general feel about this guy. Because there's one part of America that's like, yeah, tell us, Donald. And there's another part of America that's kind of falling back. You know, our Mexican brothers and sisters, they did the ban, but I think it needs to be a little more. I think there's a little bit more pressure on this brother. Because everybody came at Bill Cosby, and you can't even find Bill Cosby. Can't find him nowhere. We can't even find the show. But then, I ain't going to talk about Jared. But I'm saying, somebody needs to say something about Donald Trump, because that man's out of control. But that's the truth of how America really feels about the people. It's more truth than you can handle.